Hi, this is Freya from Otherworldly, and today I'm taking a look at the second subscription box that I've tried out, the Deco crate from Mad P Productions, and this is a home and garden furnishings props focused subscription box, and I thought that would be a good one to try out, given that I do like setting up scenes to photo, and there's no concern about items that might not fit because it's not for the mesh body that I wear. So I figured that I'll do it much the same way that I did the treasure chest, which is to say that I'll go over them one by one and rest them out, and I have cheated and unpacked them, but I am going to show you the packaging, and it comes in this nice box here, labeled the Deco crate, the monthly mystery crate. When you click that, you get on the inside the boxes for the participating designers, and you get the choice to click each box to unpack them individually, or you can do all of them. You can also join the in-world group, which isn't necessary to be part of the subscription because it's just a kiosk that you pay your money to and sign up for this specific month. So it doesn't actually take up a group slot, which is handy because I'm currently maxed out yet again. So I have already unpacked this. When you do, you get a cute little animation of each box if you choose unpack all, and then you pop out and give you the things. So, and here what we have for this month is Cheeky P, Ep8, Pew Pew, Aria, Backbone, ANC, Goose, Second Spaces, Botanical, Schultz Bros, Ravenwood, Kensington, Revival, and Random Matter. I'm not actually that familiar with most of them. I own a couple of pieces from some of them, but since I tend to do a lot of my home and garden shopping for more fantasy and roleplay oriented item, that leaves out a lot of the more modern designers, but I do need those pieces now and then as well, so this is going to be interesting going through and seeing what we've ended up with for this first crate. And before I go into that, I thought I would just zoom back to me and give you a quick rundown of what I decided to wear, since I had to put something on. The Kindle hair is from Wasabi Pill for this current round of Famished. And then we have the Karina bralette from Alaska Metro, which is an applier. And we have the Damask jeans for the Slink original body from One Bad Pixel. These were actually released originally with standard sizes, but then updated to fit the Slink bodies, both the Hourglass and the original. Oh, and I have the Asia booties from Lassitude and Ennui, which are just for Slink feet, because they're an older shoe. But I thought it went nicely with the lace of the bralette. And finally, I have these tattoos from Sound Sparrow for the current round of We Love Roleplay, and they are the Batlings. So you can have your cute little bats all over you, and they come in 3 opacities, and this is the middle opacity. So that's what I'll be wearing while I am unpacking things. We'll start at the bottom, and we'll res out the box from Random Matter. See what we get there. And we have the Book of Sorrows. And it's a book prop, basically, with a couple of pages floating away in the wind. That's a nice touch for a scene. Obviously, you could build a little sort of mood around this, and even if it doesn't seem to come with any poses or anything, so it's just as a prop, but could definitely be a nice touch for a scene, I think. And we'll go right on to Revival and the Shelter from the Rain. Unpack that. And here we have shelter from the rain and newspaper. That's the items in here. Rest that out. We have a bus shelter. Quite nicely done, I think. And I'm thinking, yes, it does come with posters. As it's floating in the air at the moment. Oh, I'm on a male post, that would explain it. There we are on a female. We have 5 female, 5 male, and some couple poses as well. Let's see what we have. And we have some stands as well, again male, female, and couples. So you can stand here impatiently waiting for your bus to show up while it's raining. Quite like that. Again, that's a nice photo prop. Obviously here you come with posters as well, so it lends itself to... and good, and that was for rezzing out rather than wearing. You have your old newspaper to put on the floor to add to the scene. Mostly been there a while in the rain, been stepped on and everything. So that's pretty cool. Liberate these from the scene. Stop me from prancing around like a... I do hate that when you get around off a pose and all of a sudden you're bouncing around and looking very, very stupid. Then we have the Kensington Gazebo by Ex Machina. Oh, I see, I actually read that as the creator being Kensington. When I went down and read out, that's obviously not the case, it's Ex Machina. And it is a bit of a steampunky gazebo with sort of rusted iron and great use of materials there. Look at the top. And I'm gonna guess that this will light up the interior. Very nice, very nice. Also super for, and this obviously could fit into doing a bit more of a steampunk look. A lot of things in the last treasure chest actually had a steampunk feel, so might go with some of those outfits or something, you know, Edwardian or whatever, to have a or Victorian to just set up that sort of scene. And then we go on to Ravenwood in the Charmed Archway and Fence set. And that was one that I should have worn instead. So I'll do it like that and drop that. And we have our Charmed Fence A, B, and C in 3 colors, I'm guessing, and the Welcome Archway in the same. So we'll start with the Welcome Archway in Frosted. Swirl that around. Very nice, very graceful tree branches and lights wrapped around those. And I'll raise out the matching color of the fence as well, see what the differences are between the various versions. Basically in the shape of the tree branch, and you can actually make a larger fence out of that to enclose an area. Doesn't look quite right here in the desert though, so I'm not going to set it up like that, but that's definitely very decorative and nice as well. Back down to the list we go, and we have Schultz Bros rustic entryway. And we have a little house, and that gives us our items. Get that res out. And this is for your hallway, getting ready for autumn or winter with umbrella and scarf and mittens and rain booties. Seems like what you'd need for a Swedish autumn, and the style is sort of nicely Nordic with the wood as well. Although right now you actually need a snow plow more than anything for rain, because all of a sudden it's decided that November is the time to have lots of snow outside, which isn't usual. And a little bit weird since we just came back from Barcelona, so that was quite a change of temperature last night, when we went from about 17 degrees to -5 degrees. Fortunately, Second Life is whatever degree I want it to be. So that was Schultz Bros, and now we have Botanical and the umbrella lights. Let's see what that could be. An umbrella light. We have a wearable and a risible, I'm guessing. So that is your umbrella with the light inside, exactly as it says it would be. And if you put on the wearable, you have your own little light to go around the wood to brighten a rainy day. It would be nice for a photo as well, I think. Have that and have a fairly dark setting, and then use that to light up your avatar. Bit like a face light, but obviously use it in a classier way. Right, we did Botanical, so we have Second Spaces and the Rainy Day Nook. Let me see what we've got here. We have a couch and lovely sort of tonal colors, and that's Breeze going to sleep in the chair. Hopefully it won't snow too loudly. There we go. Put it a little too far down so we have the shadow flickering there. And I'll have a sit on it. We have single sits and we have couple sits. A few menus worth of them here. Koi is what I think I'm feeling today. Obviously I have to adjust myself a little bit, my leg is sinking now, but that's quite cute. Looks very cozy. I like the colors. They do feel very autumnal, has sort of an autumn evening kind of feel to it, with the blues and the purples. And, yeah, it's something to furnish my autumn home with. And I have no idea why my little standing around and not looking too stupid animation went off, but there you go. And then we have Goose, a name that I'm entirely unfamiliar with until now, and the Fortress Pergola. Click to unpack. I have done so. And we will rest that out and get ourselves a surprise. Very nice. Something to put out in a little wooded area, sort of a house backyard. It's got coverings, so it's going to protect you a little bit from rain. Let's see if there's any information about. Okay, 3 sync couple animations included, and it's 12 Li. I'm terrible at actually checking the Li of things, and I just, because it is my sort of private sim photo location, I res things out regardless of how many Li they take, and I don't really pay attention to that when I'm getting dressed either, because so often it is just for photos. Although I did notice when I was at an event recently that my standard getup isn't that bad compared to some, because I saw people walking around with 250 and rendering scores of 250, so and I think I'm somewhere in the 40,000 range. Anyway, that's a little bit of a digression. We will go back to ANC and this lamp, which is, I guess, called In the Rain, and it's a drop lamp. Okay. Where did that packaging go? Ah, we have a little mirror there. Okay, click that one. Up we go, and we have 2 versions. We have a floating and a ground lamp. and it seems in 3 versions. So we'll start with the fluting in water. And we have this drop-shaped lamp. That's really pretty. And these long tendrils of lights spinning a little bit under it. That's very nice. I could see placing those among some trees or something and getting this sort of very ethereal feel. We'll see what the ground lamp in gold looks like. And that's, I guess you could put it on a table. It's not to be the ground, even if you rest it out on something like that. Or you could have it lining a walkway or something. This is a more golden light. Very pretty. I love the glassy effect. That's A and C. And then we have backbone, weathered street clock, and lanterns. There's a lot of new brands that, or probably not that new, but new to me brands that I'm gonna get familiar with today and their style. Oh, I see. It had rest itself out. Okay, here we go. Start with a street clock and put a lantern next to it. So this is kind of an, I don't know, Edwardian maybe. It's got this little sort of wrought iron clock going on, and it does appear to be telling the time, although I'm not sure what time zone it is on. And then we have a lantern and it lights up, so get a little closer to that. Very nice detailing on the lantern. It's candle inside of it. Great props. I think those could go nicely with the steampunk gazebo, perhaps. Colors aren't quite the same, but why not? That might work. Set up together. And then we have the Bryn leather sofa from Aria. And it unpacked itself. That's what we've got in the package. I'll turn this around. I guess I'm oriented the wrong way since everything is resing away from me. And I'm guessing this is gonna have poses. Yes, indeed. Have a click. We have several menus. We have an option to not show the shadow under. We have textures as well. Leather. And we have 3 colors. I'm guessing this is the espresso. And then we have chestnut, which is redder and shows the wear and patterning on the leather a bit more. And graphite for a nice black couch. And I love black, so that's what I'm staying with. And then we have animations. And we have them across 3 menus here: single sits, friends, and couples. More menus under here. Sounding like some of these are a bit more adult and some just cuddly. We have friends, a couple of hanging out sort of poses, and then we have single sits for males, females, and with props. I'll have a drink, I think. And it's using the new experience keys, which I have enabled here. So the app sitter, yes. So it'll just automatically attach things to you, and there you've got your wine glass, and you're sitting on your sofa and nervously waiting for someone to chat you up, I think. That hand is telling of somebody being a bit antsy with their body language. But I don't think I'm gonna have too much wine because it's early in the day, so that will have to be it for the sofa for now. But that one will definitely go over well for some poses. I like shooting animations, even for stills, because you can capture some really nice moments then. Then we have the swing bench hideaway. from Pew Pew. Unpack that. Whew, my inventory is getting full of things. So we have what looks like one coalesced item and two separate. Ease, I think. There we go. There we go. Now my mouse decided that it doesn't want to play ball when it comes to actually camming and such, so I will just hop in and sit on it like that, and there we go. Give you a better look at it. So you've got your little sheltered swing in a rustic shelter, some corrugated iron on top of it. Looks like it was something for your little corner of a backyard, a cozy, fairly simple corner to have. And you have a selection of poses across the menu. You got female, male, and some that are sounding like they will be couple poses as well. So let's try a couple of the female ones here to give you a sense of what you can do with it. Nice and cozy. Very nice as well. And then it is in two parts, so you can always use either just the swing. If the weather's nice, you might want to have the swing between a couple of trees. I shouldn't pay attention to if that would be possible, but you wouldn't necessarily need to use it with the hideaway, or you could use the hideaway with something else. So that's down to the last two items, which is Ep8 and Cheeky P. So we'll continue with Ep8, and that's another one that should have been attached. I just tend to rest everything, and then I get all sorts of strange things on the floor instead. Or you just attach everything, and then you've got boxes on your head and everywhere. No Place of Ours Autumnal. Oops. That one, where is that? Way above me. Oh, but that is lovely. See, there's a texture here. I have some information about it. Oh, some beautiful photos. I'll stretch it out a bit and see. It's got 1 couple and 10 single animations. And that is really pretty. You've got this ruin, a wall really just left, and somebody's built a shelter next to it. So we've got single sits, and that is really cute, having you sit up there. Very nice. Oh, I love this. This has probably be my favorite piece so far, I think. Oh, and that one seems to be down here instead, and the shelter down there. Moping and waiting. That's beautiful. I love the mood of these. That's really great. This is clearly somebody who's had an unhappy breakup. City. Oh, I love this pose with the head angle and everything. Excellent. This is something I definitely have to find a place for on the sim, I think, even if it doesn't quite fit in the roleplay or fantasy areas. It is kind of rustic and such. So what we have else is we have couples, which is 1 couple pose, right? And I don't have anyone to try that out with just yet. Oh, the swaps seems to be, then we go to the other set, which maybe is the male set. We'll see. So we got overthinking. Maybe, no, these are also female poses, but it's just the other set then. That is excellent. Hiding in the corner. And another sit up there. I really love the sits up there. That's really beautiful. Yep, this one is my favorite so far. We'll see if the last item, the Cheeky Pea item, can beat that, but that'll be a tough one to beat, I have to say, because that one is so atmospheric. I think it captures the mood of the theme for the crate, which is November Rain. I think it really gets that. The sadness and the melancholy of it. But Cheeky Pea has what sounds like something quite large, the Alexandria Loft conversion. Okay. That has already unpacked itself. Excellent. Save me a click. And it seems we have this loft as a, I guess, a regular piece and as a skybox. See how big it is. Ooh, it's big. It's very big. And this is the regular piece. So on the outside we have this brick building and the windows. Let's see, are they frosted or... Oh no, they're basically done to look as if it's raining, so capturing the theme of that. And apologies for the sound in the background. Breeze is getting comfortable again. And here we are inside of the loft. And we have some lights for the November darkness. Get the pose on again. Hate the newbie stands. That lights all of them, and in the back here, looks like you've got doors here. Yes, you do. You can open these as well. Although obviously it looks like a very rainy day. This is very nice though, and I think the sizing is, let me see, it's pretty good for me, all considered. Yeah, it is. Prefabs in SL are definitely coming down to being at a more reasonable size. Used to be that if you had avatars where you tried to, you know, stay in a more reasonable range height-wise, houses would be huge. But these aren't bad at all. Yes, I'm definitely liking this one too. I'm not sure I can beat the Ep8 item, but it is very nice and something that I will definitely be using for photos. I love having all sorts of buildings so that I can do different sets and set it up in different ways and use different types of furniture. So that is it for getting rid of that one. That's it for the first Deco crate, and we'll finish off with a little summary of what I think about it. Gone through the first Deco crate, the November Deco crate from Mad P Productions, with the theme of November Rain, and it has 15 creators, and you know, the price of these is, it's 1,500 lindens if you order before it's released, before you know what you're getting, and 3,000 if you order afterwards. So with 15 designers, that basically means that beforehand you pay 100 linden per designer, afterwards you pay 200. So that's kind of your base benchmark of, is it worth it for me? On average, of course, because some of these items are going to be worth a lot more. And I definitely think it lives up to that. Definitely if you're looking at the 100 linden per piece, no question about that. And at 200 too, I think it's a good value for money. And it give you a nice range of things to play with. Obviously you have to think, you know, some of these items might actually be worth a lot more, but then at the same time, you don't get to choose. It's all a surprise, which is, you know, part of the fun, but at the same time it might not be exactly what you need. But even accounting for that, I would say that this one was well worth the money, and usable for both obviously male and female avatars, because those that came with poses had poses for both male and female avatars. The decoration style in some cases might appeal more to a female user, but you know, there's good variety in there, and some of them would definitely have a more masculine approach as well. And so I think that this is a nice box for someone who wants to try these subscription boxes out, but isn't aren't sure about the clothing focused ones in terms of are these things going to fit me or not. Obviously, you do need the room to rest things out, but now that prim limits have been increased on mainland and prim limits are going to be increased on private estates as well, people should have a bit more room to play with these sort of things. So yes, I would definitely recommend the Deco crate based on the November 2016 box. And looking at, obviously I'll look at the previews for next month as well. I might not sign up immediately without any previews, because there's a limit to how many home and garden items you can use, have time to use. But I think it's very likely that I'll get the next box as well. So that's it for this time, and you'll probably see some of these items cropping up in posts quite soon as well. Even if I have a lot of roleplay oriented stuff to catch up with from we were just gone over the weekend to Barcelona, and that was enough for my inventory to fill up with the things that I need to review. But so there'll be more videos too, I think, to try and maybe cram a few more pieces in. But that's it for now, and yes, I do recommend this Deco crate. So obviously you can take a look at the pictures that people will be publishing as well now once the crate is out.